guys, welcome back to the channel. My first video went a lot better than expected. I only expected to get around 15 to 20 views, and to see that over 60 people decided to watch my video had me ecstatic to make another one. In my previous video I talked about how I wasn't very good at skin tones. So I decided to make that a challenge for this video. After doing a little bit of research and printing a model, I was down for the challenge. I figured if I was going to improve my painting game, I really needed to just paint more miniatures. And going to the local hobby shop and getting 5 miniatures for $60 just wasn't going to cut it. So instead I got the 3D printer. I got the Anycubic Photon Mono 4K. For about $36 worth of resin, I can print anywhere from 50 to 60 models. With that sort of quantity, I can definitely improve my painting game. If you're looking to pick up a 3D printer of your own, I have links down in the description below, one for Anycubic and one for Elegoo. Both of them make high quality products, and you can't go wrong with either. I know that Anycubic is running a large sale on most of their bigger printers. Some of them you can get for around $438, which is a lot lower than they start out at. I'll put the coupon code below in the description as well. If you make a purchase on one of those links, a small percentage will come back to me at no cost to you guys. I picked this model from DM Stash. It's from their Drow of the Deep collection. I felt like it gave me a good palette for skin tone. I printed it on a 75mm scale, thinking that it would give me a little bit more room to practice, but all it really did was hinder me. I'm not used to painting on that scale. All the different techniques that I used to speed up the process didn't really work on the 75mm. So it ended up taking me a lot longer to finish this one. If you're new to the channel and following my progress, I suggest watching the first video. It kind of gives you a good baseline of where I'm starting from. I'm not really going to show the purple that I added on. I bought an airbrush not too long ago as well, and I'm not very good at it. So it was just me kind of playing around with the airbrush. I started with the Pro Acryl Shadow Flesh. I put 2 layers of this across the mini, and I probably could have done a third just to make it a little bit more consistent all the way across. After that, I mixed a little bit of tan flesh with the shadow flesh, also from Pro Acryl. Again, I also did about 2 layers of this, and that made a pretty even coat. After doing the mixture, I just went with the tan flesh. I watered it down a little bit and went over as a highlight. Once I got the 2 layers of the tan flesh, I moved on to a mixture of olive flesh and tan flesh. I still saw the layer lines, which kind of drives me nuts. I don't like the harsh lines that go across it. So one of the best ways that I've found to take care of this is to actually do a wash with the original color. So I took the shadow flesh and I mixed it with a little bit of a Vallejo glaze medium. I put this all the way across the skin and it toned it down to a level that I was more comfortable with. Once I got to a skin tone that I liked, I went ahead and moved on to the metal. I really don't like metallic paint. To me, it comes off a little bit clumpy and it's just not as smooth to put on. So one of the things later down the line I want to test out is doing non-metallic metal. But for now I just did a coating of silver Vallejo paint. Once I got all the metal done, I mixed a little bit of a soft body acrylic purple. It was significantly darker than the rest of it, so I used it as a wash on all of the purple areas. Using it as a wash allowed it to dip down into the shadowed areas. I wasn't planning on doing much with the dress, since this was more of a practice of skin tone. Once the purple dried, I ended up going with a Vallejo white across the spider webbing on the dress. I wanted it to just kind of pop out a little bit. I'll definitely be buying more of this Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl. I like the way that it came off of the brush, a lot better than the Vallejo that I have. I'm not sure if it's just older, because I got it at Hobby Lobby and it was fairly separated when I got it. Back when I was painting before, I used a mixture of the Reaper and Vallejo paints. I had a lot of success with them previously, and I'm a little bit shocked that I'm not having the same success now. Altogether, I think I could do a little bit better on the skin tone. But with the first practice of this Monument paint, I think I did pretty well. I'll continue diving into the skin tones and getting better at it from there. But I think next, I want to work on non-metallic metal. It's going to be a lot longer of a process. I kind of expect to have a lot of failed videos on this, showing you what not to do with non-metallic metal. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and I hope you stick around to see me try out the non-metallic metal. If you haven't already, go ahead and like this video and subscribe below.